Hello guys, welcome back to Song Town. It's good to be back here again. Though it's been a while since I last uploaded. I guess it's been almost a month or so. But I thank God I'm finally back to bring you guys the best of Juju music as always. And I hope you guys are having a nice time. Hope you're all doing great in this lockdown that we're all in, and hopefully by God's grace everything will be sorted out. So part of the reasons that I've not been uploading on YouTube is that I've been having some issues with YouTube, copyright and monetization, been exchanging emails back and forth to try to find solutions, because I was demonetized for reused content. And although I have just a few videos on my channel which I found out that were already uploaded on one or two other channels, and I took them down, but YouTube and their policies, they still wouldn't restore the monetization. But one other main problem is the copyright issues. Because of the kind of content I upload on this channel, I get copyright claims every time, almost every time, not every time. Normally I would love to upload a lot of content. I have so much content that I would have uploaded on this channel, but the ones I have uploaded, I kept getting copyright claims and all those things. So and as soon as I get a copyright claim on a content, I take them down immediately. So it's one of the reasons I have not been consistent in uploading. But I eventually found a way to get you guys to listen to some of the Juju contents that I have. I discovered that I could upload some of these songs on Patreons, and I can still have you guys listen to them on Patreon, even download them. So you find the link to my Patreon in this video description, where I have a lot of content there. So you can click on the link and be a Patreon today and support this channel. And there you'll find a lot of content. You find, okay, not yet a lot because I'm still uploading. I think I have a couple of contents there that you will not find on this YouTube channel. So you can listen to those classic songs that you've always loved. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss anything. This is the home of Juju music. Juju music today, what is it like compared to those days? By those days I mean in the 70s, 60s, 70s and 80s, and even in the early 90s, where we had the likes of Shino Peters, and Dayo Kujore doing really great. So how can we compare those days now to the Juju music of today? Whenever I want to listen to Juju music, I find myself still going back to the music, the songs of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Why is it that I can't enjoy the Juju songs of today as much as those ones that were released then? Clearly, the contents are not as rich as those of the golden age as the 60s, 70s, and 80s. After doing my some research, I discovered some factors that I think, although this is subjective, that I think is adding to degradation in quality of the Juju music we have today compared to those of the olden days. I would love to refer to those times as the olden days, Although we still have the likes of King Sunny Ade, Commander Ebenezer Obey, and Shino Peters, and of course Dio Kujore, and like a couple of them who were really making things happen in those days. We still have them around, but things are really different. They are not getting younger, so definitely the energy is not there. But what happened to those ones that are just coming up? Why is it that there's just a drastic there's just a big difference in terms of delivery, in terms of quality, and or is it just should I say it's just a general music thing? Because okay, let me know in the comment section, because sometimes I listen to other music, other kind of music too, and I think I find the same thing happening also, but it's not really as obvious as it is in Juju music. Because if you listen to country music artists of today, they're still trying, although the quality is not as much as great as those of as the quality is not there compared to Don Williams, Kelly Rogers and the likes, but you can still enjoy those songs, their songs to a great extent. So I have a video here of the father of Juju music, Ike Dairo. I will just play it. It's a short video, and I'll play a couple of other videos too, so we can point out some things and see what's really going wrong with Juju music.
Lagos, music is a constant presence, blaring from radios, beer parlors, and record stores. Much of it is Juju. The origin of the word Juju remains.
It's a very short part. So if you want to watch this full clip, you can go search for this video, Juju Music Performance Documentary Trailer. It's a 4-minute video on this channel here, Jack Hollander. Let me play that again. I love this. This is the real Juju music. I'm gonna play some other parts of the video where they show King Sunny Ade and Shino Peters also.
The origin of the word Juju remains.
So what I'm talking about here is I don't think you find Juju bands of today doing organic, real and rich music like this in today's world. I've played with a lot of artists, Juju artists. I've gone to a lot of shows, gigs, and all. I've done a lot of gigs with them, because I'm a musician. I play the guitar and the keyboard and sometimes the drums. I don't see things like this. This is natural, rich, organic. This is Juju music, and these things are some of those things that contributed to. Of course, it's what I believe. It's my opinion. Yeah, some of those things that contributed to those Juju artists of those days always coming out with very nice songs, very very creative songs with different kind of sounds, because what we have today is more like a copycat of what we've always listened to. There's hardly any Juju artist that is there that is really doing Juju. Honestly, I've listened to a lot of people, a lot of artists. There's hardly, if you gather about 100 of them, maybe you find 1 or 2 or 3 of them, at most 5 of them. That's about 5% of them that is really into Juju. And those people, even those 5%, when it comes to playing their instruments, they are not close to what we used to have in the days of Akedairo, Ebenezer Obey, and all those things. These men were excellent musicians, either on the guitar. In fact, most of them were guitarists, and of course they play a couple of other instruments, but they were excellent guitarists. Talk of Akedairo, King Sunny Ade, Commander Ebenezer Obey, Sashino Peters, Daikujore. These were amazing guitarists. So you can imagine those musicians, the great talent they have on the guitar, bringing it into their arrangement, their composition. There's no way they wouldn't have come out with great things. Compared to musicians of today, a lot of those people don't even play. What can I say? What's the least instrument I can mention? They don't even play shekere. It's funny. So all those things really, they really matter, And these men, one other important factor that was that these men were driven by the passion they had for music, They were driven by the passion they had for music. And because I've seen a couple of the interviews and, the talk of how much they wanted to entertain people, how much they wanted to be known as musicians, how much they loved to write music and, make people happy. But there was one thing they never mentioned. It was the fact they never talked of how much money they wanted. Because even in those days, musicians were seen as, should I say, paupers, But these men were driven by the passion they had for music. And in today's world, in today's music world, it's the first thing is always the money and the fame, the fame and the money. I've played with some bands, a couple of bands, just like I said earlier, and most times we were always having issues over money. Normally when in a Juju band where you play for in an occasion, people spray money and all those things, The leader of the band would always want to have, at least from my own experience, the leader of the band would always want to have like 95% of the money, apart from him being paid for booking. A lot of these things happen a lot, and So they want to have the money. It was always about the money. There's always an argument between the band members and the band leaders. I saw this a lot, because now I don't play. I don't play for Juju bands anymore. I work in a studio where I produce music, and that takes a lot of my time. So all those things really show that they not that they don't like music, but they are driven by the money and the fame. And honestly, in whatever you're doing, if the motivation is the money and the fame, definitely you'll be limited. Seriously, you'll be limited. And one thing they always forget is that the passion, at the end of the day, the zeal, at the end of the day, is what takes you to the highest point. Money will come with it when you get to the highest point, and fame will come. But they want to go for the money and fame first of all. And it's really sad. I wish I could, continue to listen to get Juju music, Juju songs, that are being released. Like, I wish I could be crazy about it, just like I'm crazy about those old songs, that were released by Sunny Ade, Obey, Shino Peters, Agidairo, Dele, Abiodun. I hope I'm getting the name right. Dele Taiwe. There were a lot of them. A lot of them there. I can't even remember. It's Orlando War. So many great musicians then. And we had all those men that were really on top of their game. I'm going to play, I have one video here. It's one of these modern Juju musicians. Although I wouldn't call this a Juju musician. Please, just to mention this, I'm not doing a promotion for this guy, or I'm not trying to put him down. No, I'm just trying to make a reference to this, because it's like the norm. What I'll be playing here and what you'll be listening now to what you'll be hearing now rather, is what people refer to as Juju music of today, which is wrong. I'm gonna play this song, this video. So. Anyway, kudos to this guy, though. I love the fact that he can play his instruments well. And there's one other part of the video where he was playing the guitar. I think he's a guitarist and a keyboardist. But honestly, personally, I don't think this is Juju music. Because if you listen to the progression, fine, there is the talking drum, there is the guitar, but to me this is high life. And high life and Juju music are, although they have some similarities, especially with the guitar, but if you listen to Juju music, I don't think there's any Juju music that uses a musician rather that used horn instruments, brass instrument rather, because what he was playing definitely was the brass, although he was playing with the keyboard. And his music is more of high life, although with just some elements of Juju, but this is not Juju. And today, in today's world, this is what people refer to as Juju, which I think is very wrong. There are tons of musicians out there also that play like this. some people tell me Ayefele is, is a wonderful juju musician. Well, Ayefele is not a juju musician. Yes, I don't see anything juju about. Of course, he's a great musician. I love to listen to his music, especially his live performances. I love his music. And some other people say Mega 99 is a juju musician. Come on, Mega 99 is not a juju musician. Mega 99 is another artist that I love also, but when it comes to juju, these guys are not juju music. You can, if I have to play that again, I don't want to play his albums or studio recordings because of copyright and all those things. I would have loved to play IK Dairo's the arrangement is different. The melody, the groove is different from iLife.
The origin of the word juju.
Sunny Ade took it to another level. Is this part of a song? I think you can see the compared to I think this guy's name is Leke Levite. Why I'm playing this guy's song is because like I said earlier, most of the juju songs, the so-called juju musicians of today play like this, in a very similar style. Compared to this, they're not the same, Let me play that again. So, people, tell me in the comment section what you think about juju music of the olden days and then juju music of today. Let's know your thoughts. I really want to learn from you guys. I mean, because I know there are a lot of people that follow this channel and there are great juju music enthusiasts. You guys listen to juju music a lot because of some of the comments I get on some of my videos, and there are people out there who still enjoy juju music even much more than I do, because these are great songs, awesome songs, and the musicians were amazing. This is the Shino Peter video, I think. Let me play. Still in the same video though. It's a short clip. Sorry.
It's not unusual for juju musicians to praise themselves. In this song, Peters pays homage to his musical colleague.
So in another video, I'm going to talk about Shino Peters, because I really feel Shino Peters is way underrated. So I'm going to talk about this in another video, and then we're going to talk about how his music has influenced the juju music of today. So, but that's for another video. So guys, like this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe right now and turn on your notification bell so you don't get to miss anything. And of course, I'll still be uploading some albums, some classic juju albums, although I'm not sure if it will be as regular as before. But if you want to listen to a lot of my uploads, or to exclusive uploads rather, so check this video description and you'll find a link to my Patreon account where you can have access to tons of classic recordings of Chief Sunny Ade. Eventually I'll be uploading